it is my turn to take care of them. I have had Kiki for almost 15 years. He has been in my life for 15 years. He has moved probably 4 or 5 times with me at this point in my life. He went to Florida, came back. He's a trooper of a cat, and he deserves every ounce of love and care that I can give him. And when it's time, I will help him cross that bridge. Hey everybody, good morning, afternoon, good evening, whenever it is for you watching this video. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome back to the channel. I have a topic today that is not going to be fun to talk about, and I've been dreading to talk about it for like the last 3 or 4 days, almost a week. But there are no hiding the rough times here. This is real life, guys. I'm not going to hide it from you. It might just take me a few extra days to tell you about it. So we're just going to get into it. I'm going to try my hardest not to cry. We are out on our morning walk that we almost didn't get to come out on because of the rain. And the sun is trying so hard to come out. But I don't think that's going to happen today because we have almost a full day of rain, which is fine because we really, really need it. Oh, there goes the bunny. Yeah, you missed it, sir. You missed it. It's gone. Ghost is here. Yeah, it went that way, honey. So today we are actually not talking about Ghost or myself. Well, kind of about me, but not really. It's mainly about Kiki. Come on, Ghost. Keep a-walking. We are mainly talking about Kiki, my Mr. Meow. And this is a little rough, but I gotta tell you guys about it. Now, obviously, Kiki is now out here on our walk together. So, you get to see the ghosters for a little bit. I will insert some clips of the handsome Meow that I take today. So you can see him and see how he's doing. Just keep in mind he is very thin. He has lost about 1 pound in about 2 months, just under 2 months, because of the struggles that he is going through that we just learned about. So just keep that in mind. As you guys know, over the last year or two, it's been a struggle to keep weight on Kiki. I did in fact go into his records, like I have a folder for him, and he is actually 17 years old. He was born in 2007. So he is 17 years old, not 19 like I thought he was. I could have sworn he was 18 or 19 years old. He's 17. He is doing very well for a 17-year-old cat, mind you. He still has all of his teeth, which is uncommon for most cats nowadays because of how people feed them. I do not skimp on the food with my guys. We've had that discussion before. I do buy the more expensive brands of food because of the less processed ingredients. Still not what I prefer them to be on, but you guys know what I mean. So the last couple years, he has been a very finicky eater to the point where I've actually had to introduce wet food to get extra calories into him. because he just wasn't eating enough of his dry food, which he likes his dry food. He is the pickiest eater, guys. He won't eat anything with chicken in it. And if he does, he just kind of nibbles at it and then turns his nose up to the rest of it. Only tuna and salmon. And like the ocean, the seafood melody ocean ones. He won't eat beef. He won't eat chicken. He won't eat turkey. He'll eat rabbit. And I'm testing out duck today. It's getting to the point now where I'm willing to get him anything just to get him to eat. So this last week, his appetite went down significantly to the point where we got to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, he hadn't eaten a single thing. And by Tuesday, he wasn't even eating treats. Sunday, Monday, he was at least eating some treats. Like, not a lot, but he was eating something. So I wasn't as concerned about it, if you know what I mean. Tuesday, he didn't eat anything. He didn't even want treats. So, Wednesday, I went to work. Tuesday night, I was a disgusting crying mess. And Wednesday, I went to work and I talked to my supervisors, crying profusely the entire time, mind you, and told them the situation and told them that I will be calling the vet as soon as the vet opens and trying to get him an appointment. Well, come to find out, my vet's office, which, by the way, is a private vet's office, it's not one of the franchise vet's office. So, I got an itch. There we go. So, come to find out, my vet, one of the vets, is out of the country on vacation. And so there's only one vet in the office and they did not have any openings. They were completely booked up, which is rare because usually they try and leave like 1 or 2 spots open for urgent cases for their patients only because they understand that things happen. So there's only one vet in the office and she's completely booked. There's no openings, which is rare because there's usually at least 1 or 2 openings a day for their patients in case there's like an urgent case. So she gave me all of the urgent cares in the area, including our emergent care number. But our emergency care in my area is only currently operating from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. because it just opened a few months ago and they're still trying to get it up and running. Our other one closed down. Well, because of what I was telling them, he's not eating. He hadn't pooped in at least 3 days. 4 days by Wednesday. He hadn't pooped by at least 4 days. He wasn't drinking a lot of water. They told me he needs to go in ASAP. So I called all the urgent care vets. Now, mind you, some of these urgent care vets are not actually urgent care vets. They are regular vets offices that have urgent care hours. And they're not available for urgent care every single day. So I call our favorite urgent care. Come to find out, they only have one vet in the office. So I was kind of shot in the dark. And then I find another one, made an appointment, mind you. Got there at 1 o'clock on Wednesday. They don't take care credit. Guys, can I tell you how upset I was? How are you an urgent care and you don't take care credit? Anyways, so then I had to drive all the way to Buffalo and get him seen. I was there for 8 hours at the emergency vet clinic in Buffalo, which is one of the best ones in the area, mind you. They are amazing. But still, how do you not take care credit when you're in urgent care? How? So that was my fiasco with just getting him in to see a doctor when everyone was telling me that he had to get in ASAP. This is the same thing that happened with Thor back in, December? last December. Anyways, so we took him back and they saw him, and the vet said that his stomach felt good, but they recommended x-rays because he wasn't pooping. They wanted to see if there was a blockage, and they recommended a full blood panel. And I said, go for it. I figured you wanted to do both of them, so just do it. I had to sign a whole bunch of things, and we got the results back. 3 hours later. Literally 3 hours. They told me it was going to be a half an hour. 3 hours later. So, his blood work was fine, minus a slight elevation in his calcium level, which, if you guys remember, my vet had sent out his blood work to check for the high calcium level 3 months ago, and she said it came back normal under the more advanced blood panel of that calcium portion. Yeah, I'm not a vet, but you understand what I'm talking about. She said it was normal after she sent it in for further testing. So he said that's good to hear, but there must have been a mistake with the blood work because there is something wrong with him. He then showed me the x-rays. Guys, I can't read these x-rays, but I can kind of circle for you in the x-ray where he was talking about, so you can understand. So I will put the pictures of the x-rays on the screen. Just know I am not a vet and I don't know how to read these entirely. So the first thing he showed me was the fact that his bowels were, it looked like they were filled with air, which you guys can kind of see in the x-ray. And he said that's probably pancreatitis, which is associated, which can cause inflammatory bowel disease, which can be treated with a pill. He goes, but that's not the only thing. He said that there also appears to be something going on in his lungs. So he showed me his lungs, and you guys will see inside the lung one what he's talking about. Now in this picture, I do believe Kiki is on his back. And his right hand side lung, so the left hand side of the picture, I do believe, you'll see the circle. You will see that it is cloudy instead of see-through. Lungs should be primarily be see-through. And he said it's most likely a tumor. And it is very possible that it is lung cancer. So, that's what we're dealing with. If it looks darker out, it's because there's more clouds. I stopped and talked to my neighbor, and I haven't talked to her in a while, and I gave her the update on Kiki. So, like I said, he has pancreatitis, which is causing inflammatory bowel disease, and he has potential lung cancer. Now, the vet said, you can do an ultrasound to find out if it's actually a tumor, and you can do a biopsy and all the things, but he's 17. My screen looks really dark. I think the lighting on my screen is weird. Anyways, I was like, he's 17. Like, I'm not going to put him through all that. He's been coughing for the last couple years on and off, like a couple times a week. I thought it was a hairball. My vet said that she thought it was allergies. So we are just going to see what happens. So he gave me two options. He gave me the option of doing some outpatient medication. And then he said, if you choose to decline the outpatient medication, we highly recommend euthanasia before you leave today. And I actually highly considered that, to be 100% honest, because I don't want him to suffer. But both the vet, I'm trying my hardest, guys. I think it's going to rain on me, which is fine. Both the vet and my mom. My mom came with me because she didn't want me driving an hour and a half by myself with the condition that I was in. They both said he doesn't appear to be in any pain. He is active. He is meowing. He is alert. Considering he hasn't eaten in 2 to 3 days, he's acting very well. He's doing very good. He is not acting lethargic. He's not acting like he can't breathe. So they suggest, excuse me, that's me holding back the crying. They suggested the outpatient meds. So they gave him a steroid injection that lasts about 3 weeks. They gave him an antibiotic injection just to be safe, which lasts for about 2 weeks. They gave him an injection for the inflammatory bowel disease, and that lasted about 24 hours, and then they gave me a pill to give him for that, which he might be on long term if he continues to have good progress. The vet said that he might not be eating because of the inflammatory bowel disease. It might not be the cancer. His stomach might just be upset because of the inflammatory bowel disease. And the pill that I'm giving him takes care of that. And it can be taken daily. So that's where we're at. And then they gave him like a shoulder's worth of, they gave him a fluid pouch under his skin just to make sure he got some hydration in him. And they said to give it 3 or 4 days and I should see progress. And good news, I woke up this morning and he had eaten all of his food. He had a 3-ounce can of wet food when I went to bed. He had a half a cup of dry food in his bowl before I went to bed. And I gave him a whole bowl of fresh water, just like a cereal bowl. And he drank half of it. So, we do have progress today. I will know, most likely, by the end of Monday night, if this is working. Trust me when I say, guys, I will not let him suffer. So if I start seeing him suffering, I will take him in and have him put down, because I don't want him to suffer. That's just something I don't want to do. So that is what we're doing. I proceeded to text my supervisor because my supervisor was very worried about me on Wednesday. He told me to keep him posted. I told my supervisor that he was diagnosed with cancer on Wednesday around 9 o'clock at night, because that's when we left to go home. And I said, I'm taking the rest of the week off. If things go well, I'll see you Tuesday. He goes, I completely understand. If you need anything, let me know. And hope all goes well. Guys, I wish I could have this supervisor forever, because he is amazing. He is absolutely amazing. I don't even think he knows I have a YouTube channel, so he will probably never see this, but you are amazing. I'm sure my team was concerned about me not being there for graduation. I missed my training graduation Thursday, which is fine. I'm not even worried about that. I just want to be here for Kiki. So I have stayed home. I went to get him some extra special things, and I've been home with him. It is Saturday, and I will keep you guys posted as to how things are going with Kim, and I will keep you posted on all the things. Over here. Come on, over here. Good. So, if you guys have watched this far, I know it's a long video, Thank you for watching. I know this was hard. I almost cried. There is still a potential that I will cry today. That's what happens with these things, guys. Ghost and Kiki are my babies. And I spent $2,300 for a hope on Wednesday. A hope that I might get a little more time with him. That tells you how much I care. They are my babies, and I will break myself to take care of them because they are my children, in a sense, because I have no children, guys. They are my babies. They take care of me when they know I'm down. It is my turn to take care of them. I have had Kiki for almost 15 years. He has been in my life for 15 years. He has moved probably 4 or 5 times with me at this point in my life. He went to Florida, came back. He's a trooper of a cat, and he deserves every ounce of love and care that I can give him. And when it's time, I will help him cross that bridge. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share. And we will see you in the next video.